Hello everyone and welcome to Hill Street. Today's story is 1-800-WE-WILL-HELP by inletharn. If you end up enjoying this story, please leave a like. And if you enjoy hearing stories from me, please subscribe and become a resident of Hill Street and let me know how I'm doing in the comments. Now, let's get to this nightmare. I clearly remember that day was Saturday. I was about to catch a bus to hook up with my friends in the city, probably another bar crawl or something. Though looking for a perfect t-shirt for the occasion, I got distracted by a ringing phone. That's probably Don saying he's gonna be late again, I thought, as I checked the screen. But to my surprise, it wasn't Don or Andy or Mike. The number on the screen read 1-800-WE-WILL-HELP. I remember getting confused. I've never saw a number like that. I mean, with the letters instead of the digits. But I'll be frank with you, I was never a tech guy, so who knew? Maybe it was what they do now. I usually don't pick the calls from the numbers I don't have in my contact list, or at least have a slight recognition of. I've paid my taxes already, don't buy or sell anything, and all my people are enlisted in my phone book already. So in case that was something urgent, all those who know me would write first. Something like, "Hi, it's Dave. Lost my phone. Need help. Gonna call you now." Or, "Hi Jake. This is Liz. New number, can we talk?" But yeah, the awkward "we will help" broke my usual ignoring routine, and just as that, I touched the green circle on the display. Hello? I said into the speaker. "Hi, yes. Is this Jake Smith I may be speaking to?" said back a cheerful voice that must have belonged to a young woman at the other side of the line. Yes, this is me. How?" I didn't finish my question. "Excellent. Jake, my name is Jennifer, or Jen for short if you prefer. And I'm calling you because we have an excellent offer for you. Are you interested?" She fired back on one breath. I paused for a moment, thinking, and answered, "I'm sorry, Jennifer, but I'm not really interested in buying anything from you. I have to go now. Really, so sorry." "Buying?" She laughed in that fake commercial manner. No, Jake. We're not selling anything. We would like to offer you something much better than anything you've been proposed to buy, actually." And yes, you're probably thinking, what's your deal here, man? Why not just put the phone down and go on with your day? Call me old-fashioned or easy-driven, but my father raised me this way. He always told me, "Son, always be polite with people, even if they're acting like real jerks. You can never win an argument with shouting, but you can if you smile back right at them." So yeah, my moral compass didn't allow me to just hang up the phone in the middle of the conversation. Have you ever felt like today isn't the best day of your life? Or a week? A year probably? Have you felt being down lately, as if everything's slipping through your fingers? Jennifer continued with her pitching. Look, Jen, can you at least cut down to the point here, please? Nothing personal, really. It's just I don't think I need anything from you right now," I replied. "Oh yes, sure, absolutely." I heard the flipping of the pages in the phone. "Let me see. Oh right, here," she exclaimed happily. "Jake, have you ever thought that your life has absolutely no sense right now?" Okay, this was getting weird. What the actual hell? Is this some cult recruiting or something? A thought rolled in my head. This was getting out of hand, so I had to stop it. Jen, sorry, I'm really sorry to interrupt, but there's someone at the door. I have to go now. Sorry again. Have a great day. Bye. I did my best cutting in her monologue about the loneliness and self-respect. Phew, that was a really weird one, I thought to myself. But suddenly the phone rang again. This time I just ignored it and put the device into silent mode. I picked my t-shirt, grabbed my stuff, and left for the pub. All that time the phone kept ringing. At this rate, they're going to discharge my battery and I won't be able to call an Uber to get home, I thought. Of course, I could use Don's phone or whatever. But then, I would be unable to use my personal discounts. Another stupid moment here, I know. At the time, I just didn't think of blocking the number. I was rushing to the meeting point already, and my thoughts were somewhere else. So I had no better idea than to pick up and say, "Look, I think I made my point clear. Thank you very much, but I'm not interested. Have a..." Wait up, Jake. Hold a minute. First of all, it's just impolite to tell lies just like that. There was nobody at your door. Am I right? I am. Always. I got your point. I'm cutting straight to the core. We would like to offer you to think about ending your life today. How does that sound? Voice that I recognized as Jen's spew back at me. I was standing in the middle of the street with the phone next to my ear. Clipping my eyes, did I mishear her or something? I'm sorry, you're offering me what? I asked. Ending your life, Jake. Mucho death. So, what do you say? She giggled back, as if she was talking to a high grader. Look, lady, I don't know what's your deal, but this is not funny. Are you out of your mind? What's your problem? I basically shouted into the speaker as people passing by turned their heads and gave me some weird looks. No, Jake, this is not a prank. I mean, think about it. Really, all you do is... She prepared to tell some more bullcrap. But enough was enough, and no amount of upbringing could change the fact that talking with a psycho is somewhat different compared to speaking to just a mean or angry person. Goodbye, Jennifer. Please, don't call me ever again, I said, dropping the call and switching my phone off. A nice evening with my friends was ahead, and even some crazy lunatic couldn't spoil the mood. So look who's late this time. Donnie greeted me with 2 glasses of beer in his hands. The night was on. We had our fun and some nice ale at the table. Some jokes, some stories about Andy's stingy boss. It was nice, but all out of sudden, Andy interrupted his next story in the middle of the sentence. Hold on, someone's calling. He picked up his phone, and I heard, Yes, this is him. Yes? Yes. Really? Okay. Jake, it's for you. Some lady from your building saying you missed the tenants' meeting or something. He handed me the phone, and nobody at the table had a second thought on how strange this call was. Maybe it was the ale. Maybe we were just enjoying our time and ignored the fact. Anyways, I took the phone from him and said, Jake speaking. Hello, Jake. I instantly recognized the voice. Don't you think it's impolite to hang up on serious conversations just like that? But this time I'm going to play it cool. So I was saying, right. Did you consider ending your life? I have literally no idea how she managed to do this. How was it possible that she knew that Andy would be here with me? How did she know where I live? I mean, I could be renting in a villa or living in a dorm. Wild guess? Or maybe one of those ransom guys they've been warning us about. Am I being watched? Followed? So many questions, but I was just sitting there with my eyebrows raised up to my hairline, thinking on it, unable to answer anything decently while the buzzing of her voice dug into my ear. So, think about it. Probably you wanted to be an astronaut when you grow up, or a doctor, policeman, saving lives, making an impact on society. But look at you, a pathetic office worker who can do nothing but shuffle a pile of papers and put it on the other side of the table. Is this worth calling a life? Is this life worth living? I terminated the call and sort of froze there with the cell still in my hand. Are you okay, dude? Was it bad? Are they gonna make you plant some daisies on your balcony or something? Andy asked, grabbing his device from me. No, it's just, never mind. Just don't pick up next time, okay? I replied. Before Andy would answer that, Don began to toss around as if his pants were on fire. Damn it! Damn it! Yes. Oh, hello, Miss Smith. Yes, he's here with me. Yes, absolutely. Hold on a second. Jake, it's your mom. I saw the edge of his device pointed at my face and his stretched hand. Of course, I've switched mine off so she couldn't reach me. Geez, I hope it's nothing serious, I thought as I took the phone from Don. Hi, Mom. What's up? I said cheerfully. Wrong. So, where were we? Yes. You're almost 30 now, but you never really loved someone. Did you even think about kids? I doubt it. I nearly sent Don's cell flying over the room, but got a grip on my urge and just dropped the call. Donnie, are you really sure that was my mother? I asked. Did you have too much already, so you forgot how she sounds? No, man, that was her. She called me Don Juan, just like in our teens, and asked if by any chance I knew where to find you. As your phone is not responding, he said, pausing to sip some ale. All right, guys, I have a favor to ask. Could you please turn off your phones just for the rest of the night? I think somebody is playing a prank on me, and it's just not funny anymore. It's just stupid, I remember saying. Surprisingly, not a single joke bomb was dropped, and my friends just piled their devices in the center of the table. I wouldn't let that crazy person ruin our night out. But as a matter of fact, just 15 minutes after that episode, a waitress showed up, stating that somebody called the bar and asked if I was around. At first, I wanted to just ignore it, but the girl didn't go away, and my guys were just staring at me with smiles forming on their lips. I felt the preparation of dozen pussy jokes coming up, and summing it up with the pressure of the waitress's gaze, I crawled out from the table and walked to the counter, leaded by the lady. Yes, Jake Smith speaking. Jennifer, if this is you again, I'm going to the police, I swear, I shouted into the phone, trying to top over the music which was way louder here than on the terrace where we were sitting. Who? Who's Jennifer? My name is Clarice, and I'm calling you. I heard the person speaking into my ear. Oh, thank God. Yes, Clarice. Sorry for interrupting. How can I help you? I sighed in relief. Well, How about ending it all today? Jake, for crap's sake, you're so easy. Do everybody a favor. Make it happen. Her voice shifted, and the realization came after. Holy crap. This was getting pretty messed up at this point, so I made my friends excuse me and rushed to the police office. I'll cut to the point where I found myself sitting in a room with a police officer in front of me, listening carefully, taking notes. His name was Robert Williamson, and everything in him said that he knows his business. "All right, Mr. Smith," he said as we were wrapping up. "I'll send a request to the phone company, and we'll see where it gets us for starters. Please, stay in touch. I'll contact you shortly." I went back home, downloaded the app that blocks certain phone numbers, plugged in the charger, and went to sleep. A knock on the door woke me up. It was my neighbor Phil, who looked worried and confused at the same time. "Hey Jake, I don't know what to think, but this police officer just called me, said it was very important, and asked if I could check on you. He says that you don't answer your phone." He passed his into my arms. I was prepared for the worst. "Yes?" "Jake, I thought that something like this could happen, so I took responsibility and called your neighbor. You left his number yesterday for a contact person. This is Officer Williamson speaking. Please call me back. This is urgent." I just stood there, trying to figure out what just happened. Yes, probably, I left Phil's number in the district, as he's always there for me, as I am for him. Picking up packages, pet sitting, couple of beers sometimes, you know, neighbor stuff. Secondly, I might have overslept a call from the police, because I remember leaving the phone in silent mode, just in case. So I thanked Phil, rapidly explained that everything's alright and there's no need to worry, and rushed to my bedroom. There were 5 missed calls, all from Officer Williamson. I quickly dialed his number. "Hey again. I checked a couple of things in your mobile operator company, set in your call log. Weirdest thing, Mr. Smith. None of the calls you were talking about show up there. Neither the number nor the timings. But I believe you, Jake. I think we are dealing with some sort of fraud here. But I promise, we will get to the bottom of this. I have a couple of ideas. Meanwhile, try to limit your contacts with random numbers and stay safe. If anything suspicious happens, you know how to find me. I'll get to you later," he said. Well, what was I left to do? I started my wait. Surprisingly, for the next few days, I didn't receive a single suspicious call. Either the app did its job pretty well, or those 1-800-WEWILLHELP bastards finally realized I'm not that easy. Maybe it was Officer Williamson who wandered around scaring them off. Who knew? But as the week came closer to its end, I felt insecure. The police never called me back. Have they forgotten about me? Is Williamson making jokes about a random imbecile scared of his phone sitting in the precinct? So I decided to call him right away. After 6 attempts, I given up. He didn't pick up, so I called his personal work number. Some guy picked up and stated his name and rank. "Yes, hi. This is Jake Smith. I'm trying to reach Officer Robert Williamson. He's working on my case," I said to the speaker, almost physically feeling shame of overreacting. "Mr. Smith, I don't know how to put it." The voice in my ear made a pause. "I'm sorry to say this, but Bob, he committed suicide 2 days ago. Funeral will be held on Sunday if you're willing to pay some tribute. As for your case, you'll get another officer assigned. He will contact you shortly." I didn't listen past that point. The phone just slipped out of my hand. How was that possible? Officer Williamson was a man in his prime, breathing with energy and confidence. That couldn't be true. All of a sudden, my phone buzzed, notifying me of an incoming call. The display read, 1-800, "Are you glad?" No, I was not ready for another round of madness, so I dropped it and put the number into the ignore list. Phone buzzed again. This time it was a message. I tapped the square and the text popped up in front of me. From 1-800, we will help. Ha! This won't work, Jake. Don't bother. Then just a second later, another buzz. From 1-800, are you glad? Your friend Bob sends his best regards and says he's sorry for getting distracted in the process. So listen here. You're the most stubborn customer I've ever had so far. Do me a favor. Think of your opportunities, your life choices and outcomes. Feel sad yet? Jake, I'm not going to wait for eternity. Do it. I've had enough. I need to lay low and get myself out of this. So I packed my camping gear, some books, and went to the old cabin in the woods I managed to buy on my savings a couple of years ago. No cell coverage, no problem. I'll just let the things cool off. I'll disappear for a while, and it will settle somehow, I said to myself as I was packing stuff into the backpack. Well, yet, here I am, writing this message from the comfort of my living room. It turned out that my plan was doomed to fail. It was fine at first. Couple of silent days between the fir trees, some fishing on the lake nearby, and good stories to read in candlelight before going to bed. On the third day, the rangers showed up. Somebody called them, stating that I'm hunting ducks before the season started. They checked my crib, didn't find a single carcass or a feather, and left. That was the first bell. An ambulance helicopter was next, with medics who were made to believe that I didn't call back my loving wife for 5 straight days after I said I'll go fishing for the weekend. Then, the firefighters, then the police. They handcuffed me and brought me to the station, where some officers checked my profile and asked questions about my attitude towards prank calls. Strangest thing happened then. As I was questioned, another policeman opened the door and asked if I was Jake Smith. He said that my father just called and he would like to have a word with me before he drives across the state to bail me out. I just stood there with the phone in my hand, pretending to have a shameful conversation. Yes, I know. I'm sorry, Dad. I really have nothing to do with this. It's a mistake. I promise. I already gained some negative rep with the cops, so I didn't want them to get an impression that I'm just crazy. Jake, don't you understand? You have nowhere to run. For God's sake, for once in your pitiful existence, take control of your life and deal with it. Don't make me repeat. The voice on the other side hissed to my ear. Yeah, love you too, Dad. See you later. I hung up. This story has no end. I'm back in my apartment. People constantly banging on my door, shouting, asking if I'm okay, and arguing between themselves if they should break in, as I must have had a heart attack. And I'm just sitting there, staring at my phone. It's buzzing. The light from the screen hurts my eyes. It's 4:13 after midnight. The green and red circles tremble a bit, jumping, as if tempting me to touch them. The number on display reads 1-800. Time is now. I don't know how to carry on. All of this is driving me mad. I want to be strong, but this is getting overwhelming. Please, just please, don't repeat my mistake. Don't pick that call.